What is up, fools? Welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and today we are making the Air Jordan 1 Retro High Travis Scott. But first, I need some coffee. Alright, we have got the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1s, probably one of the best, if not the best, Air Jordan 1s created to date. We're going to make this today, and off rip, we will not be able to do the big reverse swoosh. I've only ever seen one person on 2K with it, and it was a random person I played in the rec back in 2K20, had on literally this, with the pink laces, big reverse swoosh. And I reached out to them, they never answered, but I assume they were on PC. We're on Xbox, so we don't get as much freedom with mods and adding things like that. They have a lot of freedom over there. I think you can literally make Travis Scott or whoever you want with the same hair, tattoos, and everything over on PC. Here we can't do that. So other than the swoosh and then the Cactus Jack face on the back, we will make this shoe exactly as is. And then other than the Cactus Jack that's here on the sidewall. But other than that, we're gonna make this shoe exactly how it is. Let's get into it. So once you are in the shoe creator, we're basically gonna go from the bottom up. You actually start in the middle and then you go bottom up, but start with the base. I always go to team colors because every team basically has white and black, which are usually the colors on Air Jordan 1s. So I'm going to team colors and I'm just choosing white from any team, it doesn't matter. Back out of there. Now you go to outsole. Here's where you go to color palette. Slide it over to yellow or orange, just depends. You gotta mess with it. You gotta find the brown that works for you. But also know that in game on foot, like it's not the greatest graphics and it's not like the most easy, like you can't really see it. It's not really big. Like it's on your foot, you're in the game, the lighting isn't great. So the difference between the dark brown and black in game it's just gonna look the same. So I go with a lighter brown just to emphasize the fact that it's brown, it's not black, but that's just preference. I'll probably sit right here at this brown, maybe a little bit darker, but basically just find a color that works for you and go from there. So we got the bottom outsole now. Now we're going to the midsole. Again, gotta go into color palette for this one, because the midsole on the Travis is that off-white kind of cream, and I just don't think any team colors have that cream or the brown that we're looking for. But the good thing is that these colors save, and I'll show you that here in a second. But basically, slide over to yellow and orange, and as you can see in the right, you get a bar that actually shows you that color. I start looking there rather than on the shoe to find that kind of cream that I'm looking for. Now we're pretty much right there. Now from here I kind of it's just preference, but I slide to find the one that I like. Right now it looks just like a little too bland. I don't know if it's because we're in orange or maybe we just aren't in the right section of the color. Basically find your color here and then from there move on into the next step. So once you've got that, you head to underlay, and now the underlays are just these ones right here. You can see them, the red and the blue that are changing. On the Scotts, those are black, so I just go with black. And we're gonna get into materials here in a second, but for right now, I just leave them at default. Go to overlay. This is where you wanna go to recent colors and you get that brown that we used on the outsole. So that's kind of the good part, is you get to keep those colors. You don't have to keep recreating the same brown and hope it matches up. We've got them. We've got that cream that we used on the midsole. We've got that brown that we used on the outsole. And then we've got the white that we used on the side, and we got the black that we used on the underlay. And those will stay there throughout the whole duration of creating a shoe. So I choose brown. Now is where you get into materials. Realistically, will you be able to notice the difference in materials? No, because basically you get mesh and fabric and velvet and leather and suede. I'm gonna go with suede just because it's the closest thing to the nubuck, and if you're actually trying to make it true, at least for yourself, I think that's the closest thing they have to offer. Like I said, will you be able to notice? No. Basically the only things you can tell the difference on in here, in game on foot, is the UNC to Chicago's that have that really shiny finish plastic, compared to a leather. That you can tell, but will you be able to tell the leather to the nubuck suede? Nah, not really. But if you got to do it just because you got to do it for you like I do, and no one's gonna notice or care, but you do, then this is the way to go. So I choose suede. Now we go to the overlay accent. Again, we're gonna go to recent colors, choose that brown, go up to materials and just switch that over to suede again, or whatever material you choose to use on your shoe. Whatever you end up doing brown, pretty much the whole bordering and lining or whatever you want to call it of the shoe is the same brown throughout the Travis Scott. So head over now for toe, go to team colors again and just pick white. For the toe accent, we're going to go to recent colors again. We're going to choose that brown, and then for me, I don't know if you're using suede, but I'm going to go back over to that suede, so I just keep it. Ooh, do not want to delete that shoe. But I'm keeping the suede, you know, it's the same material all throughout the shoe, just like the Scott actually is. Heel, I'm going to do the same thing. You can even change the material right off rip if you want, make it suede, and then go to recent colors again, choose that brown, and you're good to go. For the heel accent, it's that little back strip right here. You'll see it. It's going white and black right now. That on the Scott is also brown. So change that to brown, change that material again over to suede, and you are good to go. Now you're heading to the collar. Just go to team colors or recent colors because this black will be there. So on the collar and this on the T Scott, the material is like this. I don't know. It's a different material than everything else on the shoe. Nothing on here really looks like it, you know, or has the detail that it has because it actually has stitched lines on it. But default works. It's got a little bit of shine to it, and so does it. On the T Scott, it has the same thing on the T Scott here, a little bit more shine than that nubuck itself. So let's go with that. Choose whatever, you know, material you want. Now for the lining, again, you can either go team colors or recent colors because black is going to be in both. But for the lining, it's on that inside. You're going to choose black. If we're making them, you know, 2 spec of the actual Travis Scott. Now we will go to the tongue. The tongue is white, so recent colors. Boom, pick that white. And as you can see, we basically have like the whole bottom part of the shoe done. We got that midsole, we got that outsole, and we've got all that brown around it. We got to add brown in one more spot and then make the swoosh black and change the laces to pink. Pretty much done. So now head to tongue accent, go to recent colors again. Now this is, you know, that little guy where the Nike goes. It's white on the T-Scotts, tongue lining, recent colors, choose that black again, super easy. Now you go to lace. So here, we're heading back to the color palette, sliding this guy all the way over to pink. And I like to get up in here and go as far like right and saturated as possible to know that I'm really in that pink, because like if you don't go as saturated, you won't really be able to tell the difference if you're in this purple hue or if you're really in that pink hue. So I make sure I'm in that pink hue, and then all you gotta do is just back off of that saturation and pull it over, because on the T-Scott it's more of that like pastel, you know, ashy or whatever type of pink, maybe Pepto. So I put it all the way over just to make sure I'm really in that pink, and then I just back it off to where I see fit. I think this works, so boom, we'll choose that. Now we go to the shoe eye stays again, go to recent colors, and this is that part right there that you see changing, which again is that brown, and then whatever material you're choosing to use, if you've even changed it, just go back up there, swap that or not if you haven't changed it, and you're good to go. Now for the swoosh, it's just black, so go to team colors again or recent colors, it'll be in both. And now you've got that back black swoosh. We're basically done with the shoe. We've got 2 more things to do, I believe, and then we're done. So the logo on the tongue is red. Now, oh, actually, I'm wrong. This logo is black. So you go here, choose black. You can change the material of that too. I don't think there's any point. You literally don't notice like this. You will not notice at all. So choose black for that. And now for the tongue logo, this is the one I was thinking. So this is a red. Now I assume that all of the reds on Jordan 1s for the most part, unless it's like obviously not, are a Chicago red or a Bulls red. So I just go to team colors, I go over to Bulls and I choose their red. It's probably no different than another red, but hey, that's the one I want to use. And now you go here for this last top piece, which you can see changing right there. It's gonna be red right now. So that again is brown, and then don't forget, if you've been changing your materials, just make that suede and you're good to go. And that is it. That is a Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 as best as we can make it. We don't have the Cactus Jack on the back, and we don't have the big reverse swoosh. But like I said, the pink laces are the main thing that are gonna make it pop, and even that red accent on the tongue are really what are gonna show people like this is the Travis Scott, not just a random Jordan 1. So I would say choose those pink laces, because black ones or the white ones or the brown ones that it comes with, or even the red ones that it comes with, are not as iconic and specific to the Travis Scott as the pink. If you put the pink on there, you're really gonna see it. So here we are in the hood with our newly made Travis Scott Air Jordan 1s. First off, know that once you make a custom shoe, at least the Jordan 1, when you all shoes you have to go into 2K shoes and you have to buy them. The Jordan 1 is 10,000 BC every time you make a custom one. I don't know about other shoes if that price varies, or just any custom shoe is 10,000, but it is 10,000 BC, and that's not even something I want to get into at all about BC and how ridiculous it is and overpriced and all of that. We're just not going to go there. But as you can tell, running around in the hood, you can't tell these are the T Scotts really, unless you've got that pink lace. And even then, maybe people will run by and see it. Mainly they shine when you're on your intro of Park, Pro-Am, or Rec, or wherever it is you're playing. Once you hit the intro and it shows the other team your stats and your ranking and everything like that, that is when they'll really see them and be like, oh, where'd they get those, how'd they get those, or those are the T Scotts or whatever. And even then though, I feel like if you've got a black lace on, or a brown lace, or even a white lace, you're not gonna be able to tell, because you gotta think we don't have the big reverse swoosh either, right? So in order for these to pop and like be set apart and really noticeably be the Travis's, you gotta go with that pink lace. That pink lace is really what sets them apart. I would say maybe the red, but it's the pink one. Thanks for watching, and if you guys haven't noticed, we obviously have the box of the Travis Scott's coming over here, but over here we have another box, and in this box is a shoe that we're gonna be doing in the next video. I'm gonna give you guys some hints, and the first one of you that can guess in the comments what shoe is in that box is gonna be getting some free merch from my personal company that's linked below. Thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe, and do all that stuff that YouTubers ask you to do, and thanks for tuning in. So I forgot to mention the hints for the shoe that is in the box. So it is an Air Jordan 1, it is a high, it's also an SB, and the finals are happening.